There are things about this new series that are unique, namely that he has this second chance at life, that he's discovering that life is not done with him, and what is he going to do about that? I think what remains endlessly fascinating about Dexter, the world of the show, and the character is that he's a person for whom seemingly oppositional things are true at the same time.
I should have f***ing killed you when I had the chance.
Down to the fundamental, he's heroic and villainous. He's a good person doing bad things, a bad person doing good things, what have you. It's never either or with him. It's both at once.
Hi, Michael. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for asking. And, we're so excited to be talking to you. We absolutely love Dexter. We love all your work. And this is such a great, welcome back to the character that we love so much. So we're so excited to see you back in the role.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Thank you.
Something that we really want to talk about, of course, is your character Dexter here and how we keep getting that introduction to him and he keeps coming back. What is something that you yourself keep learning about this character every time you come back to play him?
There are things about this new series that are unique, namely that he has this second chance at life, that he's discovering that life is not done with him, and what is he going to do about that? And what he does is commit without deliberation to looking after his son, and recommit to the code and to his fundamental identity as a killer. I think what remains endlessly fascinating about Dexter, the world of the show, and the character is that he's a person for whom seemingly oppositional things are true at the same time, down to the fundamental, he's heroic and villainous. He's a good person doing bad things, a bad person doing good things, what have you. It's never either or with him. It's both at once.
Yeah, I like that you touch upon that factor. That's like, he's good, he's bad, he's kind of everywhere. But do you kind of feel like we're getting closer and closer to Dexter's redemption?
Yes, perhaps. I mean, I'm interested in the notion of redemption and what that would mean, or what that would look like for a character like him. I think, yeah, maybe we're moving towards some sort of redemptive episode or moment. Yeah.
And talking about moving, I think, seeing New York City in this world and dropping Dexter into that, I think is such a brilliant move. And I think there's no better place to kind of reinvent yourself than New York City. How did the city itself help shape Dexter's resurrection in this series?
Well, yeah, New York is such a sort of strong presence that it's really a character in the new show. And yeah, like you said, it's a place where you can redefine yourself. In Dexter's case, maybe reclaim yourself. And it's a place where it's arguably plausible that you would encounter someone like Leon Prater and everything that goes along with him and his gathering. But for me personally, it was really a kick to shoot on location in New York, the city I moved to when I was a very young, aspiring actor, and could only dream that I'd be able to do something like this series allowed me to do this time around. I mean, I shot on location in New York, having the really potent and genuine sense that I was living a dream.
That's amazing. And and you mentioned it already, but the gang that Dexter's finding himself kind of falling into this in this series, you have Kristen Ritter, you have Neil Patrick Harris, David Dastmalchian, Eric Stonetreat, all these incredible people, kind of dropping into this world. I would love to know, what was it like shooting those scenes?
It was amazing. I mean, that fourth episode, when Dexter encounters for the first time that entire gathering, I felt like the character had been abducted and transported to some sort of twisted superhero movie. It was wild. I mean, we were so gratified that actors of this caliber joined us for this. It was when we had the idea of returning to the character, it felt like a dice roll, as things often do, but we were definitely validated in our choice when we were able to attract this ensemble to join us.
Yeah, it literally, I love that you said it felt like a superhero film, because you're just like, okay, who is going to show up next? Those doors are going to open and someone else is going to pop out. And every time it was such a big smile. And then you remind yourself, oh, wait, these are all serial killers. I should not be happy right now.
Yeah, I know.
You know, something that we also loved seeing you in, and it's such a great surprise, not only as a movie, but when you show up in it, is Game Night. And I think it's one of those movies that we watch like once a month, and and you're so menacing in it. And I kept going like, well, he's probably just a good guy at the end of it, but probably not. But what are some of your favorite memories of making that film?
I mean, I think that movie is hilarious. And I think my favorite memory on set was when I had my wife on the phone, who's a huge Friday Night Lights fan, and I was able to give the phone to Kyle Chandler, and he was able to have a conversation with her. That was very generous of him. Yeah, and my Friday Night Lights like box ticking, you know, I was able to be in a movie with Kyle and Jesse Plemons. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I think that was one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, that's amazing. Really quickly before we wrap up, Michael, we just love to ask you, you know, in a series like Dexter, where there was so much blood and I think just gruesomeness, do you ever get squeamish when it comes to like the scenes where you're actually like chopping limbs and all that blood? Like, does that ever bother you when you're seeing that, or you could disassociate yourself from?
Desensitized now.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it gives me a little shiver when I look at things, but I'm able to do it because I know it's not real. I mean, if we used actual body parts and there was actual blood flowing, I think it would be a different story. I think I'd probably lose my lunch. But as long as I'm aware that it's all just make pretend, I'm game.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Michael. We're so grateful, and we're so happy to have Dexter back in the world. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you too.